drugs and rock and roll is all my brain and body need. Sex and drugs and rock and roll are very good indeed. Keep the silly ways off, throw them out the window. The wisdom of your ways, I've been there and I know lots of other ways. What a jolly bad show. All you ever do is business you don't like. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Sex and drugs and rock and roll is very good indeed. Every bit of clothing ought to make you pretty. You can cut the clothing, gray is such a pity. I should wear the clothing of Mr. Walter Mitty. See my tailor, he's called Simon. I know it's going to fit. Here's a little piece of advice, you're quite welcome, it is free. Don't do nothing that is capash, you know what that'll make you be. They will try the tricky device, trap you with the ordinary. Get your teeth into a small size, the kick of liberty. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. 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 Sex and drugs and rock and roll.